Terrifying scenes shook the entire NBA world today, as Golden State Warriors fans were left frozen in fear after Stephen Curry suffered yet another injury scare. And this one, it feels different. This isn't just another minor tweak or a short-term issue. This moment sent shockwaves through the Warriors organization, through the locker room, and through every fan who understands what Stephen Curry truly means to this franchise. The energy changed instantly. The arena went quiet. Teammates stopped moving. Coaches stood still. And for a few seconds that felt like minutes, nobody cared about the score, the standings, or the season anymore. All eyes were locked on one man, Stephen Curry, as he stayed down, clearly in pain, clearly frustrated, and clearly aware that this could be another major turning point in his career and the Warriors' future. Curry has carried this team for over a decade. He has redefined basketball, changed how the game is played, and lifted Golden State from a forgotten franchise into a global dynasty. But with greatness comes a price, and over the years, that price has been his body. Every fall, every collision, every hard landing has added up. And now, Warriors fans are asking a terrifying question they never wanted to ask so soon. How much longer can Stephen Curry keep doing this at the highest level? The moment itself was brutal to watch. Curry went up, tried to make a routine basketball play, something he's done thousands of times in his career. And suddenly, something went wrong. He didn't pop back up. He didn't jog it off. He didn't smile. Instead, his face told the entire story. Pain, frustration, fear. You could see him grabbing at the area, trying to assess the damage, trying to tell himself it wasn't serious, while knowing deep down that his body was sending another warning signal. Medical staff rushed in, teammates surrounded him, and the crowd fell silent in a way that only happens when everyone knows something is seriously wrong. And here's what makes this injury even more terrifying. It didn't look dramatic. No massive collision. No obvious dirty play. No wild fall. It was subtle. And those are often the worst ones. Those are the injuries that linger, that don't heal quickly, that come back again and again. Warriors fans have seen this story before. An ankle tweak becomes a week becomes a month becomes a season-long concern. And suddenly, the entire trajectory of the team changes. Stephen Curry knows this better than anyone. He's lived through the early ankle problems. He's fought through knee issues. He's dealt with foot pain, shoulder pain, and endless wear and tear. He's played through injuries that most players would sit out for. And now, at this stage of his career, every injury feels heavier. Every setback feels louder. Every moment on the floor carries more risk than ever before. The Warriors' bench reaction said everything. Players weren't clapping. They weren't hyping the crowd. They were staring, worried, almost helpless. Draymond Green looked furious, not at anyone in particular, but at the situation itself. Klay Thompson had that familiar look of concern, the look of someone who knows exactly how fragile careers can be. Steve Kerr didn't say much, but his body language told a different story. This wasn't part of the plan. This wasn't something they prepared for. This was chaos. And let's be real. Golden State's entire system revolves around Stephen Curry. Everything they do, everything they plan, everything they believe in starts with him. His gravity opens the floor. His movement creates opportunities. His leadership holds the locker room together. Without him, this team is not the same. Without him, defenses change. Rotations shift. Confidence drops. And suddenly, the Warriors are forced to confront a future they've been desperately trying to delay. This injury scare doesn't just affect one game or one stretch of the season. It forces the front office to think bigger, harder, scarier. Because the truth is, the Warriors are already walking a tightrope between contending now and preparing for life after Curry. And moments like this push them closer to a decision they don't want to make yet. Fans are split right now. Some are saying rest him no matter what. Shut him down if needed. Protect the franchise icon. Others are terrified that sitting Curry could signal the beginning of the end of this championship window. And then, there's the most painful fear of all. What if this becomes a recurring problem? What if this isn't something that just goes away with time and treatment? Stephen Curry has never been someone who likes to sit. He hates missing games. He hates watching from the sidelines. He believes he can help his team even at less than 100%. But at this stage of his career, that mindset is dangerous. Every rushed return risks making things worse. Every attempt to push through pain could lead to something far more serious. And the Warriors know that if they lose Curry for an extended period, this season could spiral out of control, fast. The league is watching closely. Rival teams are watching. Media narratives are already shifting. You can feel it. The conversation is changing from, can the Warriors make a deep playoff run? To, can the Warriors survive if Curry misses time? And that's a terrifying shift for a franchise built around excellence and expectations. What makes this even harder is that Curry himself understands the stakes. He knows the clock is ticking. He knows opportunities don't come endlessly. He knows every season matters now more than ever. That internal pressure, to be great, to lead, to deliver, weighs heavily, especially when your body starts sending signals that it can't always keep up with your ambition. The Warriors' medical staff now has one of the most important jobs in the NBA. They must balance caution with competitiveness. They must protect Curry without completely derailing the team's momentum. And they must communicate clearly, honestly, and quickly. Because uncertainty is poison for a locker room like this. Fans are already refreshing social media non-stop, waiting for updates, reading between the lines of every statement, every interview, every subtle hint. Words like day-to-day or being evaluated suddenly feel massive. Silence feels scary. And optimism feels fragile. This injury scare also exposes something deeper: how dependent the Warriors still are on Curry. For all the talk of young players stepping up, for all the experiments with rotations and lineups, when Curry goes down, everything stops. That's not a criticism. It's a reality. Stephen Curry isn't just a star. He is the system. He is the identity. He is the emotional engine of this team. And when that engine falters, even briefly, the entire machine shakes. There's also the emotional toll. Curry isn't just dealing with physical pain. He's dealing with the frustration of setbacks, the anger of bad luck, the fear of missing time, the responsibility of knowing millions of fans are holding their breath because of him. That's a heavy burden for anyone, no matter how great they are. As the Warriors move forward, every decision will be scrutinized. Do they rest him longer than expected? Do they adjust his minutes permanently? Do they change their offensive approach to reduce wear and tear? Do they quietly start planning for contingency scenarios they never wanted to consider? Because here's the truth that nobody likes to say out loud. Stephen Curry is human. Even legends have limits, and moments like this force everyone to confront that reality. Warriors fans have been blessed. They've witnessed greatness on a historic level. They've celebrated championships, records, unforgettable moments. But with greatness comes fear. Fear of loss, fear of decline, fear of the unknown. And right now, That fear feels very real. The next update on Curry's condition could calm everything down, or it could send the NBA world into full panic mode. Until then, the Warriors are in limbo. Fans are anxious. The locker room is tense. And Stephen Curry, once again, is at the center of it all. Not because of a deep three or a clutch performance, but because of an injury that reminds everyone just how fragile even legends can be. One thing is certain. The Golden State Warriors' season, their future, and their hopes all hinge on what happens next with Stephen Curry. And until answers come, this terrifying moment will hang over the franchise like a dark cloud. Because when Stephen Curry goes down, the entire basketball world stops and waits.